And welcome to all the men and women of the West. I'm Joe. So, today's video is going to be another news reading one, which is fairly common this week because we had this sort of video on Monday and now we have one today. I'm releasing this sort of video because this is really important news, I guess, for D&D. And I kind of needed a video in a jiffy for today rather than posting it tomorrow because we're doing a live stream tomorrow and the algorithm often doesn't like 2 videos in one day in my experience. So, or at least a live stream and a video in one day. So I hope you all don't mind me doing this video. And I think it'll be interesting news. Our really good friend channel, World of Conan, is, I don't know what term to use, like, because he's not technically officially partnered with us, but we're basically constantly partnering with him. He already reported on this news and did a really funny video about it, which I just thought was funny. Anyways, Dungeons & Dragons live-action series ordered by Paramount Plus from Rawson Marshall Thurber, E1 and Paramount Pictures. Alright, Paramount Plus has given an 8-episode straight-to-series order to an adaptation of Hasbro's... yeah, Hasbro owns D&D. I often forget that and because I wish to purge it from my memory. Wildly popular Dungeons & Dragons fantasy role-playing game franchise. Red Notice. Ugh, I hated that movie. Filmmaker Rawson Marshall Thurber wrote the pilot script and is set to direct the first episode of the series, which will be a co-production between E1 and Paramount Pictures. E1, the lead studio, took the picture out in November, garnering interest from multiple buyers, with Paramount... yeah, there. Yeah. They're apparently co-producing and co-financing the upcoming Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves movie, directed by Jonathan Goldstein and Jean-Francois Daly. I don't... Once again, pronunciation for me. Which premieres March 31st. Oh, that's quite good. A good due date. I'll be moving around that time, so this will be... Hopefully I'll have finished my move, so, you know, it'll be tight, but I might be able to release a review video around that time, if I do it in a hurry. Anyways, at Paramount Plus, the Dungeons & Dragons series will join Halo, the video game adaptation, which is one of the streamer's most popular originals. Over the last couple of years, there's been a resurgence in, more gaming titles to the television screen, so I've not been terribly impressed with most. And I've not seen most of the adaptations because I'm not terribly interested in more than half of them, and those I have seen have not impressed me. Michael Lombardo, following the company's 2019 acquisition by Hasbro. Live-action series has been tipped to be the studio's largest scope TV project ever, potentially launching a Dungeons & Dragons universe spanning multiple scripted and unscripted shows. Yeah. Featuring elves, orcs, and other fantastical creatures engaging in wars, treasure hunts, and campaigns. The D&D game, one of Hasbro's key franchise brands hailing from Wizards of the Coast, is overseen by a host known as the Dungeon Master. Yeah, we all know how the game works. Thurber is the writer, producer, and director of Red Notice. Yeah, and that was such a... Anyways, that was a terrible movie. Terrible movie. So, yeah, not great news. I'm just gonna... Oops. Let me just go here. There's another article with a bit more information that I found. I have not read this article, but it looks like it has more information. As reported by Deadline, the Dungeons & Dragons series, which is still likely years away, will skip the likes of HBO and Netflix and come straight to Paramount Plus. Wait, do most of their stuff get published in HBO and Netflix? I'm not sure. There's so many streaming services and they have all these different contracts and deals between each other. I'm honestly really, really, really confused by it. The same partnership behind the upcoming Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves live-action film. Yeah, though there's no word as to whether or not the two properties will exist within the same canon. Who knows? They might release multiple universes. Like, you might get just some their own D&D universe, like their own makeshift fantasy universe, a Forgotten Realms set of content, and then you might get an even more removed piece of content like Greyhawk or something. So they might do something like that. I don't know. We don't want it to just be one show, so we're developing out a multi-pronged approach for television, a number of scripted shows and unscripted, and we hope to be taking this out to the marketplace early next year. Okay, so 2024. Right. Or is it 2022 that they had plans for this? I don't know. The success of the feature film will likely contribute to how much E1 and Paramount commit to its Dungeons & Dragons universe. Its popularity will be determined fairly soon when Honor Among Thieves premieres on Mouse Frontier. Okay, I'm just curious what people are saying. Yeah, okay, so some are optimistic, some aren't. I'm not optimistic about this. I don't like Thurber. His Red Notice, he did not inspire much faith in me with that outing. He should not, and it almost looks like they're looking to make him the Kevin Feige, I think it is, or GDF of this thing, because GDF was kind of acting like a Kevin Feige for Power Rangers. And I don't think he's someone I put much faith in. Now, Honor Among Thieves looks really good, so what I think they should do is approach one of those directors and give him the position and complete control over the TV series, if it's a success, and remove Thurber from the project, because he does not seem very talented to me. Whereas the directors and producers or whatever of the Honor Among Thieves movie look like they have a lot more talent. And here's the thing, I'm not a big Robert Pine, I think it is, or Chris Pine, that's it, Chris Pine fan. I don't like most of his works, because to me, it seems like he's always playing Chris Pine. But the movie looks really promising, and he looks really promising in the role. So it's restored my faith in him, just looking at the trailer. So yeah, this project, though, does not look particularly exciting. If it takes off, great. If it doesn't, which I don't think it will, that's not good. But what I think isn't as important as what you guys and gals think. Tell me what you think in the comment section down below, and don't forget to smash that like and that subscribe button as though you were reorcs smashing the world into shape.